What's up everybody? Today we're doing a video on Sue, the Water Rakshasa, a monster that to be honest, I never cared about her before this last balance patch. And the balance patch came, she got two skills changed. Two of her skills changed. We got the reduce attack, actually absorb attack gauge with the second skill. Inflict continuous damage, she already did that before. But absorbs the attack gauge is really big, it's really nice. Delicate Whip, now this does, well, it heals herself as well, and it also does inflicted damage will be increased by 50% if the target is immune to stun. So bosses, and bosses, and bosses, and bosses, and maybe like fire monkeys, but who cares about that? But bosses, extra damage, 50%, bosses are immune to stun. Kairos dungeon bosses, and also Rift Beasts, and also, maybe even TOA bosses, because absorb attack gauge and slow, you can stop them from, you can kind of put them on lockdown. So, a monster that also she has a leader skill, global leader skill of attack power, which is not bad. Not a monster that I would use everywhere, but actually noticeably, like, makes her noticeably more relevant than she was, because before the patch, I honestly didn't care about her. So let's take her in, because I feel like she could be good in a few different places. So let's take her in. We're going to take, this is a hybrid build on her right now. Speed, crit damage, HP. By the way, this is my alt count. This is my Aegis server alt count. We're in a hybrid right now, and then we're going to also try her out on a more DPS build with more speed, more damage output. This right now is on hybrid. This is kind of how I'd rune her for like R5. But let's test her out, and let's see how we feel about her, and then see some other builds. All right, this is the place that I feel that she shines the most. Giant Speed 10. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'm already end game. I already have a Giant Speed 10 team. This probably is, she's probably not going to be too relevant to you. If you're end game, really, lots of things aren't relevant. If you have really well-runed twins, especially the water twins, Sue is not going to be too relevant. If you are, I feel like Sue could be a relevant unit if you are kind of like trying to transition into mid-game. You're like, okay, let me build a reliable, fast Giant Speed 10 team. If you're trying to build your first reliable, fast Giant Speed 10 team, then I feel like Sue is a great unit for you. Or could possibly be a great unit for you. The thing that I find is kind of difficult to build a first fast Giant Speed 10 team is like you're trying to do your speed team and then it fails, and then it fails, and then it fails because the giant gets to move, he does his big swipe, and he murders everything. This team has not failed. I've been trying it out for like not that long. I've been trying it for like 2 hours. It hasn't failed at all. It almost failed once. Crazevelk pulled through at the end, but technically it has not failed. It has not actually had a failed run at all. So one of the nice things about this, actually two of the nice things about it, she decreases the speed of the giant so that he's not going to get that attack buff, defense break, nuke combo. She also absorbs the attack gauge as well, which also does big damage, but she absorbs the attack gauge from the giant, which means he's not even possibly going to get a turn. So we'll see more of that. We'll see more of him not getting a turn. We'll see multiple different runs. But so far, I mean, it's got the fastest it's gone was 44 seconds. So she did some damage. Delicate Whip. Going fine. No problems as far as the run's concerned. We're gonna keep doing it though. We're gonna keep doing it. It's generally around 40, well, like 45 to. I know some of you are like, dude, if that was a 6-star. I would have kept that. If that was a 6-star, that would have been very exciting. It would have even been a good Sue Water Rakshasa rune, right? Because we want, here's the stats we basically want on her. In general, we want a lot of speed, crit rate, crit damage. She awakens into crit rate, which is nice, which means if you have runes that don't have as much crit rate, especially for someone that's like trying to build their first fast Giant Speed 10 team, they're like, I lack crit rate on some of the runes. Like, you lack... Basically, you lack everything on some of the runes, don't you? I've seen some of your accounts. But so she awakens into crit rate, which is nice, which gives her less requirements. If you have her on like Swift Blade or something like that, look at all that damage. So those dots, of course, do a lot of damage. But look at that, the giant is not even close to being able to take a turn yet. We're already doing so much damage to him. By the time he takes a turn, he's gonna be. If the dots didn't kill him, right? Praiseville is a great unit to pair with her. Because, okay, so 1 minute, 1 minute time. I'm sure, I mean, there's a lot of people watching that are like early game. There's a lot of people watching that are end game. The early game people are like, hey, 1 minute time, like early mid game. 1 minute time on a consistent Giant Speed 10 run? Ooh, sign me up for that. People that are end game are like, yo, a minute? Ugh. So gross, a minute run. Oh my god, I need 30 seconds consistent run. Water Twins are great. I think the Water Twins are the most comparable thing to her. But if you're early game, you're gonna have trouble running Water Twins and actually being consistent. Like, Giant's gonna get a turn, you're gonna wipe if you don't have enough damage for them. Late game, not a problem. Late game, you have got good runes already. You're able to do the amount of damage that you need before the Giant can get a turn. But where you know what? This is another good example of people that have built Hua for Giant Speed 10, and this is just an upgraded version. Su is just basically an upgraded. So 47 seconds. Su is an upgraded version of Hua for Giant Speed 10. Basically, that's like the long and short of it. Giggity. But you see, I mean, there's no problem with run consistency. I'll show you. Like, we'll take out Hraesvelg and Su and put in the Water Twins, because this account, the interesting thing about this, wait, watch me say something that's not interesting. The thing about this account is, like many accounts, it struggles with quality runes, right? So it kind of gets sketchy when we try to do. I think the best time might have been with Water Twins, but it's the win rate is not very reliable. So let's test it out with Water Twins. Let's see how it does. Okay, fast swing reduces the attack gauge. Reduces the attack gauge. Oh, actually absorbs the attack gauge. So the Giant was getting the attack gauge was getting up, and now he's got nothing. So as you can see, very reliable runs, and the runes on here are not anything crazy. Like, I mean, they may be better than, like, trying to get whatever. Like I said, Asia server alt. Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's try with the twins, and let's see how this changes things. Let's see how it changes things. The consistency is gonna go down. It might win, it might lose, it might be sketchy. What is the deal with this Galleon not doing anything? So, I mean, it's gonna be a faster overall run, but the win rate is gonna be lower. So it might do just fine. It probably will do just fine. But we see that the Giant might get a turn, it might get a little bit sketchy. If we get the defense breaks up, it should be okay. But if we miss the defense breaks, unlike the Giant, we're gonna have it's gonna be painful. So this is a nice example of why, or this may be a nice example if it works out correctly. It may be a nice example of why. But I think Giants is one of the places that she has. Okay, so we got the attack buff and defense break. So we're gonna see all the damage this Giant's gonna do. It just does enough damage already. See, but if we miss the defense break, that would have been more of an issue. But actually, you know what? The Hraesvelg, this is 48 seconds. Hraesvelg and Su was doing it in, like, a lot of times at the same times. A lot of times the same amount of times. But it's comparable to that, right? So not bad for Giant Speed 10. I just wanted to show a comparison with the Water Twins. Again, if you have really well ruined Water Twins, there's no point to building Su, or because you're kind of end game, right? If you've got really well ruined Water Twins, you're maybe not end game. But anyway, let's test her out in some other stuff. So we have some Guild Wars here. It's not anything crazy with the Guild Wars. I mean, obviously, well, we're gonna find some. Hey, Light Panda. We'll find some of the more. Whoever has stronger units is what we'll find. We'll try to hit. But if you want, you can just skip over this because it's not going to be like high-level Guild Wars. So if you're only looking for high-level Guild Wars, there's none on this account. There's none. I don't have any access to high-level Guild Wars here. I have to hit whatever I have to hit. Hey, that could be fun. You know what? Actually, no. You know what? Let's have some fun. Let's do this. And let's do one of these, and let's see how it is. You know, we could also take. We don't even have to take the Fran. We could take the. Nice, nailed it, nailed it. Very nice. What was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. Something about... I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, we could have taken the Razor. We didn't need to take the Fran for the last one. So. It's the same team Archer uses. Archer's my boy, though. Archer's my boy. We're like this. We're like this. We're like something. I don't know. We're things. We're things. We don't even need to use skill 3. We just use skill... This game hates me so much. This game hates me so much. Oh my god. Okay. You know, let's absorb some attack gauge. Whatever. We're not. It's not even. Spaghetti pancakes game. That's all I gotta say. Gives me bad Guild Wars. Can't do videos on them. Then gives me spaghetti pancakes. I don't know. Next on OMB food, spaghetti pancakes. Oh, now Orion's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm messing up your spotlight by being crappy today. Well, it was a terrible test. It was a terrible test. Like I said, why didn't you skip over the Guild Wars? Terrible test. Let's go for... Hey! Let's go for this. You know that's not gonna work, right? You know we're gonna do that thing is not gonna work. What else is... You know what? Let's do something fun. Is Odin ready for action? I don't think Odin's ready for action. Can we just... You know, let's have some fun. Okay, let's see. We're gonna stick 3 twins in here. We're gonna keep that in. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's put you in there. Yeah. What runes is he on? Ooh, that last skill isn't even maxed. Oh, I didn't know that. Let's just take 3 twins. Seriously. Seriously, let's just take 3 twins. Let's put It doesn't matter because twins. It doesn't matter because twins. I feel like that's gonna be fine. Let's see. Orion disappoints again and we have no sustain. Lols. It's twins! You don't need anything else! All you need is twins. He says as he's doing a Rakshasa spotlight where he's supposed to be talking about how amazing the Rakshasa is. All you need is twins, you don't need anything else. Oh, I think he had intended to outspeed us. I think that was the point. Slowest bastard in all of existence. Well, at least we have one. Well, that's good. Okay, killed that. Got this one down. We do not. Thank you for all of the defense breaks. Wow. Guarantees the stun if the enemy is suffering a harmful effect. We don't have any. We can't. You're a water. This is why I hate Guild Wars. This is why I hate Guild Wars because like nothing lands ever. Oh my god. Okay. Guaranteed to stun. Guaranteed. Give me guaranteed stun. There we go. I guess we're fine. I mean, I know we're fine, but still. Guild Wars. Let's do this. Let's see if she can nuke. I mean, she's gonna nuke either way. But this is, and also she's a hybrid too. She's on hybrid, so she's speed could damage attack on violent focus. So she's not even this is not even anywhere close to her maximum damage that she can do. We have anything? Can't take. But can we? Rakshasa versus Rakshasa. Should be fine. The laziest thing. Doesn't even use the Gani Hathor Oberon. Hey man, it's too easy. It's too easy to Ganny Hathor or Braun. Of course we crit. Okay, so attack gauge absorb. And then do one of these. And do one of these. And then do one of these. Yeah, we did decent damage to the Camila. And the Camila's down. And we just auto. Poor Camila. Beaten by a Water Rakshasa. Can't we just auto? We have twins. We can just auto it. It doesn't matter. Nothing. They have to attack by themselves now. They're mediocre. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Twins have to attack by themselves. How do you even, bro? There we go. It's just twins. You know how twins work. Let's see how she works in R5. Now, this isn't the optimal team for R5. It's a little weird, but it's not that weird. But for the front line, I had to use 4 units because I don't have any of these 2 units by themselves do not have enough tankiness to survive the front line just by themselves. So let's take a look at how she does over here. She would be similar to where you would run a Hua or a light Kung Fu girl. She would be in that spot. So, should do some damage. Brandy's going to do 48k. That's not bad. Not bad, not bad. By the way, Crocodile on my friends list, really good, solid RTA player. Solid player overall. He's in one of the best guilds on Asia server. So Brandy has taken some damage though. Fallen Blossoms. I'm sorry. Fallen Blossoms! Delco Whip 17,000 damage. Again, she's kind of hybrid, so she can actually... Maybe she should have been on the front line. Stuns on everyone, which is good. We have 2 cleansers, but... I mean, they need turns to be able to cleanse. We've gotten everyone stunned. Getting carried. So our damage is fine, but the assists, we're actually not doing as many debuffs. And Brandy is, of course, doing Brandy things. Brandy is like, hi, I do a lot of damage. But the Brandy here is actually kind of... Oh! Brandy is also like, hi, I'm not smart. Brandy here is a... hybrid. Kind of on the slower... actually, she's fine speed for R5, but... Decrease attack gauge there with the fast swing with the Sue. So we can see a little bit more. And she's surviving quite fine. The damage, we're second in damage. We're just lacking some debuffs, actually. So, we're doing decent. We're doing decent. Hoping that we can survive. Blade Fin, we need some heals. Instead of the why are we using oh, we're number 1 in damage. There we go. Decrease attack gauge, very nice. I don't know why I'm using Chasun instead of Colleen. I honestly have no idea. I didn't even realize that until now why I'm using Chasun instead of Colleen. Colleen would have been a better idea. Okay, and boom, boom. Nice, not bad, not bad, not bad. So she is usable in, like I said, she's usable in R5 to minute 34. That's a new best time. Oh, she's clearly also a magical charm. Clearly, also a magical charm. We didn't miss a lot of debuffs. We didn't get as many debuffs as the others, but usable unit for R5. Now, we have some different runes on her. She's going to do a little bit more damage, attack with damage. Again, my alt account, Asia server alt. We just had to switch over whatever we could that was not like on illusion or something, right? Because if we're going to use her in Giants B10 with more DPS, we can't take the Lucians off because then we can't see the Lucians in Giants B10. You know how that works, right? So let's take her, let's see how much damage she can do with these. And then let's see how the Giants improves. We can actually set our own. Is this winning? No, that's not even getting hit. We can set our own defense, so we can see how much damage we can see. I mean, a decent sized number, kind of, maybe. we can maybe see it. And then let's do Beast Monk, and let's do a whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's test that out, and we will do. Actually, let's do Kali. Where's Kali? I can't find Kali. Oh, Kali's out. Let's do attack buff. And we'll see how much damage we can do. This Orion's not going to kill this Lich, right? I want to see how much damage we can do to that. We'll concede the first fight. It doesn't matter what the first fight is. And then we'll see. Okay. Let's go to 1. Attack speed buff. Attack power buff and speed buff. Actually, her first skill does damage based on her speed. The second one just does damage based on her attack. Third one, same thing. But I want to see this delicate whip. Guarantees a stun. If the enemy, if the target is immune to stun, it's going to do 50% more damage. So how much damage can this do to this Lich, for example? Oh my god! 103,000 damage. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I got caught by surprise on that one. I'm not going to lie. I got caught by surprise on that one. I didn't think we were going to do 100,000 damage. I mean, that's not even a rage or fatal. I thought we were going to see like 50 to 60. I was complete, because it's a 4-star, right? So I was like, can we see 60,000 damage? Not 100,000 damage. Okay. In a realistic situation, let's try hitting the Kumar. Let's try hitting the Kumar. In a realistic situation, we're not going to be going up against. We don't. I mean, if we're going up against 4 stars, we don't care about any units that we have. Let's see how much the Delicate Whip does. 40,000. Okay, big difference. Big difference. She is trying to kill this girl. Damn. No defense break. Damn. Okay, we don't care. We don't care too much about that. Oh my god, 40,000 damage, no defense break. Let's test it out again. Let's test out the damage on her second skill. Okay. Damage on her second skill is on this, oh, I guess we'll test it on the Lume, but that's not really, see, here's the thing. I know someone's going to point that out in the comments below. They're going to be like, that's not a good example because one unit has higher base defense and such as the other one. So let's see how much damage we do with the fast swing onto Lume. Okay, 30,000 damage. 30,000 damage. You want to see 100,000 damage? No, we don't need to see 100,000 damage again. 41k. That's not bad for Swift, and it's not based on attack speed, right? So again, let's take a look. Ooh, did I complete that? I'm gonna have to change that. It's not based on. First is based on attack speed. Second is because it used to be based on attack speed, right? And now it's just absorb the attack gauge instead of that. You still want her to be fast though, because she controls things. She controls, so you still want her to be fast, but and she also stuns too. She's got attack gauge reduce and she's got stun. So I really feel like she's a solid unit. Let's try her in Giants B10 like this, and let's see how it changes. Where is Freesfeld? Let's see. Watch it fail. Watch it starts failing. Watch. It's like, oh, it was only winning for hours because of violent procs. Try my hardest to not clickbait the 100,000 damage. Try my hardest to not clickbait the 100,000 damage. No promises. Let's see what kind of time we can get from here, though. Because, I mean, ultimately, like, if you're trying to build a Giants B10 speed team, you're not going to have good Violent Runes. So she should be able to, I mean, she will function without good Violent Runes. But you do want her to be faster, though. You do want her to be faster. Yeah, but the hybrid, though. Hybrid, she took a hit and she went down. She had 10,000 more HP the first way than the second way. If you remember, the second HP. Also, we would need more accuracy on her. More accuracy would be optimal, because both ways that we had her rune, she was only like 30-something% accuracy. So we do want more accuracy, especially for PvP, if we're going to use her for PvP. But honestly, I feel like she shines the most in Giants, R5, and Guild Siege. You could use her, I mean, you could use her kind of in TOA for bosses, but I would really only use her for bosses. But she could be usable for bosses. She'd be useful for bosses. Because she does big damage, and she does attack gauge reduction. So she's slow and attack gauge reduction. For the same reason that you use Hua. She's very much like Hua. For the same reason you use Hua against bosses in TOA. If you like to use Hua for bosses in TOA. Or if you've seen people use Hua for bosses in TOA. Su would be very, very much similar. She's very similar to Hua now, even more so. I feel like I like Su a little bit better than Hua right now. I know I'm a terrible person. I'm a terrible person for saying that. But I feel like I like Su a little bit better than Hua now. Attack gauge reduction is great. That's what Hua was for. Attack gauge reduction, big damage. Su does attack gauge reduction, big damage now. And she does everything that Hua could do. And she's a water unit. I like water, because a lot of people have a lot of fire things. A lot of people, especially like for siege defense, a lot of people have fire threats because they don't want to get Lucian, they don't want to get coppered. So water DPS units are pretty nice in there. So you could use it for some of those. But yeah, generally speaking, I mean, you're probably not going to use it for Skogul defenses, because Skogul with high resist, not gonna work too well. Or could it? Playing devil's advocate, could it work well? If we think about it, if we built her tanky, fast and tanky for control, to control the other things that go along with the Skogul, and then to be tanky enough to take a hit from the Skogul and not die while you have some kind of other healer on the team, and just rely on those dots from skill 2 to be the ones doing damage, could you actually, if she was runed well enough, on a hybrid with enough HP, I'm talking like 30,000 HP on a hybrid, and not really worrying about the damage from the DPS. But that would be a totally different thing. It's like, I'm just thinking out loud. I'm just thinking something out loud, like, that could work, but that'd be a different rune build. So she's working fine on this as well. For the, I like the hybrid for R5 though. Absolutely hybrid for R5. You could run her Swift Blade for, I have her on Will, you don't need Will. You could run her Swift Blade for Giants. Yes. Got that nice, beefy defense break there. Okay, so it works perfectly fine. All right, very nice. All right, so end of the video report card. How do we feel about Su in the different areas and who should build her? Farmer. There's better farmers. Not great for. I mean, she could do it. She could probably do Feimin, but they give you Lapis. Lapis can do Feimin fast. There's so many other faster farmers. You don't need her for a farmer, to be honest. I'm just trying to be honest. Giants, she's great for early game, trying to progress to your first speed team is really nice. I mean, as far as end game maximum efficiency, the twins are better, but this is going to be a reliable first speed Giants unit for a lot of people. And definitely, I feel like is where she shines the most. Dragons, I don't like her for, I mean, for kind of Giants for the same reason people use Hua in Giants, but I feel Su is just a better version of Hua for Giants. Dragons, for the same reason I don't think Hua is good in Dragons, B10. I don't think Sue is that good in Dragon's B10. I mean, she's okay. You could use her, but there's better stuff. Necro, you could use her in Necro because she's got the multi hits with the third skill as well, and she's got a slow on the first skill, which is nice too. TOA boss stages only. I really only see her as there's so many better units for other stages. I mean, you could use her for the other stages, but it's gonna be too slow. Why do you want to do that, right? For boss stages, she's really good at locking down the bosses for the same reason Hua is good for locking down the bosses. Raids, I think she's pretty good for raids. I think she'd be, I mean, again, not top tier. There's better units for raids, but she's a decent unit for raids now. Rift Beasts, she wasn't a decent unit for raids before, I don't think, but now she's a decent. Rift Beasts, in a couple of the Rift Beasts, she could be usable. Guild Wars and Siege, she's pretty. Less for Guild Wars, more for Siege. For Siege, you could definitely use her in some of the towers, would be nice. And then Guild Wars, you could just use your premium stuff. So, I'm sure a lot of people have better stuff. She's not the most premium unit in the game, but so you want to use her more premium stuff. But she's a usable Siege unit. I think she could shine in a few of the different towers. Dimensional Hole, I want to test that out before I say. I don't want to just like give a letter and be like, this is it, and then not even really think about it. So I would rather just not say it. RTA C, but I feel like she's got some potential in the same way that you see Tyron has potential. A lot of the anti-control units, like Rakuni, some people like to use Rakuni, some people like to use Juno. Maybe as a last pick, she could be usable in some situations, not in all the situations. But I feel like. So that's why I gave her like a C, but I feel like there are some instances where people could use her effectively in RTA, and I think it'd be really cool to see. To be honest, I kind of want to change her build to like an RTA build. She would need to be much faster. She would need to be much faster to be really relevant. I mean, she would need to be like 200 speed on Violet. I mean, not 200 speed, 250 speed on Violet for what I feel that she would be really good for. High accuracy and like speed crit damage HP. I feel like with the right runes you could make her really do crazy things in RTA and do really well, but it's having those right runes, right? Like we see Ajir's pretty good. Like Ajir's got the attack gauge absorb, right? With the third skill, he's like steals their attack gauge. Sue steals their attack gauge with the second skill, and also she does a stun with the third skill, and also she does big damage. I mean, for the same reason. She doesn't strip like Ajir does, but for very similar reason that Ajir, you could see. I feel like you could see Sue being effectively used in some RTA. I would not be that surprised. So I would love to see the C go up, and I'm pretty sure you could stick her in there and have it work. Who should build Sue? Early game looking to speed up Giants B10. I mean, I said that 5,000 times already. Looking for decent R5, DPS / attack gauge reducer for the same reason Hua. If you have a siege-friendly... and have a siege-friendly flexible DPS control unit with a leader skill and don't have twins. Especially if you don't have water twins. Like, this is a great unit to build if you don't have water twins. Or don't have the rune quality. This is the big thing. Don't have the rune quality to make water twins reliable in Giants B10. If you don't have the rune quality to make your success rate is like 75%, then this could be a great unit. Who shouldn't build? Endgame players with well-runed water twins have absolutely no reason to build Sue, I don't think, unless they want to just have fun and try her out. Katarina R5 teams, because you won't be using her at all. People with too many projects, maybe. I know a lot of people have a lot of too many projects, so, I mean, take it for what it is. I just wanted to give a decent analysis of what I thought about her. I never really cared about her at all before the buff, and I think this buff makes her somewhat viable. It makes her definitely above average. The twins still outshine every Nat 4 though. If the twins did not exist, she would be even better, right? Because it wouldn't be just twins. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I talk way too much, but I like Sue. I think she's finally a fun unit to play with. So anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you as always in the next one.